Hello, friendos. Um, I know I just posted a video a couple days ago. I posted the question and answer video for the month of May. But like I said, I apologize in advance. I apologize about the glare in my glasses because I'm trying to play around with my camera and my lighting to see what's going to be the best until I get like a better camera and a better setup going. I'm trying to play around with the lighting and just see what works the best. And obviously, this is not the optimal choice, but I'm trying. I'm really trying. I promise. Um, the In my question and answer video, I said that I was going to try and branch out and start doing more, different types of videos. I know I said I wanted to do a few gaming videos, but I don't know how that's going to go until I get a better setup going. Um, Also, I probably am going to need to spring for a new laptop soon, so that's going to be so much fun spending all that money that I don't have. But I had asked on Tumblr if anybody would be interested in seeing a video where I go through all of the makeup products that I use on a daily basis. And a few people said yes, so I just said, why not? I'll do it. Um, I don't want to sound vain when I say this because this is how it's going to sound. Um, but I have had people compliment me on my makeup, especially my eye makeup in the past, and I just wanted to kind of go over what I use because it's a thing that I am very, I spend a lot of time doing and I'm very passionate about it. So, why not? I'll go through it, and if you guys, what were the words that were just going to come out of my brain? If you guys, decide that you want to, use any of the products, tell me how they turn out. These are products that I personally find success with, just doing my average everyday makeup. Um, so yeah, obviously everyone varies. Like everyone's skin is different. Everyone's skin reacts differently to cosmetics. So, if you have any kind of, different results, let me know what they are. So yeah, obviously the first thing that I do before I put on any kind of makeup whatsoever, I always wash my face. I wash my face using the Neutrogena Fresh Foaming Cleanser. It's the one in the blue pump bottle. And then I use the Dickinson's Witch Hazel Toner, and then the Neutrogena Oil-Free Moisturizer for combination skin. It's a white bottle and it has a little pink like stripe on it. It says for combination skin because my skin is normal like on my cheeks, but around my forehead and my nose and my chin it gets extremely oily, especially in the summer when it's hot and I'm sweating a lot more. Um, so I use those. Obviously that's just my, regimen for the morning. I always, I didn't used to wash my face in the morning, but I've made time for it now because I've been trying to take better care of my skin, and that's something that you need to do. Especially since I don't shower in the mornings, I shower at night, and I don't have the opportunity to like wash my face in the shower in the morning. Um, you always want to wash your face before you put on makeup, just so your pores don't get clogged. Because if you're putting on makeup over top of like remnants of whatever was on your face from the previous day or whatever, you just want to have a clean slate on your skin. At least that's, my philosophy that I go by. Um, After all that's said and done, I always use primer on my face and on my eyes. The primer just gives, a layer for the makeup to stick to, so it's kind of a barrier between your skin and the makeup itself. Some people can get on without primer just fine. I find that it makes the makeup go on a lot easier and a lot better, and it gives a lot more staying power to the makeup itself. Um, the face primer that I've been using is not one that I am particularly fond of. It's okay, but it's not what you know, it's not what I was looking for originally, and it's not one that I don't think I would go back to it. The one that I've been using is the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Primer. It's this white tube here. Focus, focus, tease it, kind of. Um, this is something that I picked up at Harmon because I couldn't find the other NYX primer that I was looking for. um, I was looking for, I think it's called the NYX, I think it's Photo Ready. It's obviously a takeoff of Smashbox's, photo finish primer. It's the NYX Photo Ready primer, and it's a pretty fair dupe of the, photo finish from Smashbox. I was looking for that and I couldn't find it, so I picked this up instead. This, the Photo Ready primer, is clear. Um, it's clear, it goes on clear. It has a very silicone-based texture to it. This is like, it's got like a whitish tint to it. I mean, it goes, hang on, let me put the cap back on before it goes all over the place. It has like a whitish, it's hard to see in this light, and I'm really sorry about that. It's got like a whitish blue tint to it, but it goes on, like when you rub it into your skin, it does blend out to nothing. And it's okay. It can leave like a whitish cast on your skin, especially if you use too much of it. The thing that I don't like about this is that it has like a weird like baby powder odor to it. It's like it smells kind of like a baby wipe. Um, and if you're it doesn't, I'm not particularly sensitive to scented things near my face, but if you are sensitive to that, I wouldn't use this because of the fact that it does have that weird odor to it. And it's, like I said, it's not a bad primer by any means. It does kind of, this lighting is horrible for this, but I'm trying. Um, it does what it's supposed to do, but I don't think I would go back to it if I had a choice. So that's that one. And for the eye primer, I was using the Prestige Primed and Ready eye primer. This came with a former face primer that I used, and this is actually really good. But I'm almost out of this, so when I was at Walmart the other night, I picked up the Hard Candy eyeshadow primer. I've been using it for the past couple days, and it's pretty good. This one, unfortunately, is only available at Walmart. I know a lot of people are not too keen on supporting Walmart. I personally am not all that fond of their practices either, but that's not the point. This is tinted as well. It's kind of like a light skin tone. I don't know if you can kind of make that out. Wrong way. You can kind of make it out here. It's like a light, like a very fair light skin tone, but again, this blends to, it blends out to nothing. I have very oily eyelids, like, again, especially in the summertime when I'm sweating a lot more. So, I use the eye primer to make sure that that oil stays down. And it gives a better base for your eyeshadow to go onto. If you're just putting it onto like plain skin, sometimes it can crease really badly, especially if you have oily eyelids like mine. But I find that using an eye primer, no matter what it is, helps that. It really helps the eyeshadow to prevent from streaking and creasing and all that other shit that you don't want your eyeshadow to do. After the eye primer, before I put my eyeshadow on, I go over my eyes with the NYX Jumbo Pencil. This is basically it's like it's an eye pencil. This is the color 604, it's milk, it's just the white. Why do I keep going this way? I want to go this way. It's just a white eye pencil. And what this does, this provides even more of a sticky base for your eyeshadow to go on. It's just kind of an added insurance policy to make sure that your eyeshadow doesn't budge. And also using the white underneath eyeshadow, especially if it's, a a shade that can, you know, get rubbed off easily, it provides a better color payoff to your eyeshadow. Um, so there's that. For my the eyes up in here, like the waterline, where I line like my lash lines and everything, this is the Prestige eyeliner pencil. It's this one here. Um, it's just black eye. It's just like a black eye pencil. This is by far the best eye pencil I have ever found to line the waterline with. The upper and lower waterline. This really doesn't run unless you are like crying. It doesn't really, unless you are intentionally smudging it, it doesn't really smudge all that badly. Um, if your eyes are watering, it does tend to come off, but that, you're not really going to find a pencil that doesn't do that, aside from Urban Decay. But this is, at a drugstore level, this is by far the best one that I have ever found. Prestige is not a brand that is in a lot of places. I have only ever found it at Harmon and Rite Aid and CVS, I think. So it is, it can be hard to come by. I don't know if they have a website or not, but if they do, I will put it in the description box. But yeah, you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a good quality, like, eyeliner or whatever. But yeah, I would recommend this to everybody because it's not irritating like some eye pencils can be, but it does have a lot of staying power. So this is my forever go-to pencil liner. For eyeshadow, the eyeshadow that I use on a daily basis to create my look here that I'm actually wearing right now, this is the L'Oreal 24-Hour Infallible Eyeshadow, and this is the color 890. It is called Bronzed Taupe, and it's this really, really pretty, like, golden brownie color. My camera's not focusing at all, but like you can see the kind of the shade of it. It's this really pretty, like, golden brown color. They are not lying when they say that this stuff lasts and stays on, because I have had like crying breakdowns wearing this stuff and it doesn't budge. Like, that's some serious business. But these are, if you can't afford like Urban Decay or something like that, if you can't afford a more high-end product, these are very good quality for the price point that they're at. They are available pretty much anywhere that you can get L'Oreal cosmetics. Sorry, itchy. I know, some people have issues with L'Oreal because they do animal testing. I don't believe they test their final products on animals, but they do, they do engage in some practices that I know people are against, and if you're against it, then by all means don't use it. But if you are strapped for money, which I know a lot of people are, especially my age, and you're looking for something that is good quality, this is a very good quality for the price that you're paying for it. But if it's against, for your ethical standards, if it's against that, then by all means, I understand completely. Eyeliner. Actual eyeliner. I had it here. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. It rolled under my laptop. Amazing. Again, this is another L'Oreal product. This is the L'Oreal 24-Hour Infallible, the Super Slim Liquid Eyeliner. This is a liquid eyeliner. This is what I use on to line my upper, like above my lashes, to get like the winged out liner that I do every day. This is a liquid liner in a felt tip pencil form. You can kind of see it here. I'm so sorry that my camera's not focusing on this, but it's just, I need a better camera. This is by far one of the easiest liquid liner pencils I have ever used, because the tip does not tend, like once you've used it for a while, I noticed I used a Maybelline one, whatever the Maybelline felt tip liner is. I noticed that when you start to use it for a while, after you've been using it for a while, the tip can kind of fray out, but this one doesn't really do that. And, you can make, you can make thin lines with it, like that. You can make thin lines like this, or you can press it down on its side, and thicken out the line, like that. So this is very, very simple to use. The thing that I do when I do my makeup is I put my eyeshadow on first, and then I go over it with the felt tip liner. So, obviously I'm going over the eyeshadow that's already been placed, so the tip of it can get dirty very easily, and there's not really a way to clean it. So, but it doesn't really affect how the product goes on. It will dry out after a while, but that's just the nature of the product. And again, this stuff does not budge until you tell it to budge. So, if you're looking, again, if you're looking for something that is, stay on, Cap. If you're looking for something that is affordable for, most budgets, this is a good choice. Mascara. The mascara that I use, I have tried so many different mascaras in my life, and the one that I find works the best for me is the CoverGirl. This is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Fusion. It's the one in the purple tube, and I get the color Very Black. It's like the super pigmented black one. It's got like this wonky little wand here. The bristles aren't very big, but I find that because they're not very big, they work into my eyelashes a lot easier. Mascara that I've found that uses like a wand with bigger like bristles on the brush tend to clump my lashes a lot. This mascara is one that I found that provides a lot of length and some pretty good volume as well, and it doesn't really clump. That's something that is super, super important to me because I like to play up my eyelashes as like the biggest part of my eye look, so I don't want them to look like spider lash. So not having a clumpy mascara is very important. So this is the only mascara that I've really found that doesn't clump while still providing a good amount of volume and length. There are a few other ones as well. I have to go back through and like look at all my mascaras and stuff. I just threw a bunch of old makeup out. But I have to go through. I'll, obviously talk about those in a different video. But yeah, this is my old standard. This is my old standby. Probably will continue to go back to this in the future. And that's pretty much all for my eyes. My eyes are obviously the thing that I play up the most, and I keep the rest of my face pretty neutral. I still have this eyeliner on, like my hand. Like, it's rubbing off a little bit because I had the primer on my fingers before and it broke it down. But that line is still, like, damn strong. So, it's good. Obviously it's a good quality of a product if it's not going anywhere. In terms of the face, I do my eye makeup first and wipe off all of the fallout and everything, and then go back and do my foundation. I know other people do it completely the other way around. I find it counterproductive for me to do foundation and then put eyeshadow on and have a bunch of fallout all over my face that I have to wipe off. It's just, seems counterproductive to me. But, however you do it is, you do you. For my foundation, the foundation that I have been using for a while, is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. This is about $10 at Walmart, which is expensive, but not as expensive as other foundations are. And for a liquid foundation, this is the one that I found that provides the best coverage and the best staying power. I have a lot of like acne scarring around my chin, um, so it's important to me to find something that covers all of that. Um, and this foundation is pretty much the only liquid foundation that I've found that has a shade close enough to my skin that it still is natural but provides coverage where I need it and doesn't really show a lot of that through. Um, this comes in a pretty wide variety of shades. Um, so it's, pretty, it's a pretty wide variety, and it's a little squeeze pump applicator. What I do, I pump it out onto the back of my hand, and then I dot it all over my face, and then I use this little buddy, this little sponge buddy here, to stipple it onto my face. When you use a sponge versus like your fingers or a brush or something like that, I find that it gives a lot more even coverage to what you're doing. You have a lot more control over where you're covering, and you have a lot more control over the coverage that you're giving certain areas. I don't remember what brand this sponge is. I have a ton of them over here. You can get, pretty much any makeup sponge anywhere. Um, a lot of them recommend that you wet them and squeeze like all the water out before you use them. I don't ever do that. I just use them dry because I find that it doesn't shear out the coverage of my foundation as much. Um, but again, I want full coverage for my foundation. I don't want something to shear out my foundation coverage. But yeah, these things are freaking amazing. This one's obviously dirty. It's supposed to be pink. It's supposed to be pink, and then the bottom is like brown. Um, so yeah, I wouldn't recommend getting a fairly cheap one of these just because they can break apart very easily. If you're going to invest in something like this, I would spend a little bit more money just so you get more use out of it. Because I have one over here, not that one. I have one over here. This one was just like a cheap one that I picked up, and it turned into a Muppet. Like, it turned into like a little Muppet guy because it just broke down over time, just me using it over and over again. So if you're going to go with this makeup sponge, just, spend a little bit of money and get a fairly good quality one because you want to get your money's worth and you want to get some use out of it before it starts to, turn into Pac-Man. Um, for my concealer, I I don't really do concealer around like where I have my acne scarring just because I find that it doesn't really offer much other than added bulk where I don't need it, if that makes sense. But I do use the concealer under my eyes because I'm very pale and I have very dark circles under my eyes just because I'm so pale. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is the shade 15 in Fair. If you're using concealer to cover under eye circles, what I usually do is I will get a shade that is a little bit darker than my skin tone because you need it to counteract the blue that's under your eyes. Um, and if you blend it properly, you won't even notice that it's darker. Um, this one has like the little doe foot wand applicator. I don't use the sponge to put, this is really dirty. Can you see how dirty that is? Like, that's gross. Um, I don't use the sponge for this. I use a brush. I pat it on under my eyes using the applicator, and then I use a brush to smooth it out under. Just because I feel like I can blend it into my foundation better using the brush versus the sponge. Um, and other than that, the only other thing, the only other things that I really use are setting powder around the areas where my skin gets oily, so like on my forehead and my nose and my chin. I've been using this one for the past couple days. I picked it up at Walmart a couple nights ago. I've been using this one for the past couple days, and I've actually been pretty impressed with it. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder, setting powder. This is the translucent one. I think the next time that I get this, the next time that I pick it up, I'm going to get the lightest shade of it because of the fact that it will provide extra coverage for me where I want it. But this, I had the original, like when they first came out with the whole Fit Me line of, products from Maybelline, I had the original setting powder, and it was okay, but I found that it didn't really, set as well. It just kind of like mixed in with my makeup and didn't really do what I wanted it to do. This one I find keeps like the oil from poking through on my nose and my chin for a lot longer time. So I'm actually very impressed with this. This, like I said, this is the translucent one, so this doesn't have any color to it when you put it on your skin. Yeah, I would pick this up if you have oily skin because it's formulated to, counteract oily skin. So there's that. The only other thing that I really, use on a somewhat regular basis is I use clear mascara to set my eyebrows. I don't do anything to my eyebrows. I don't use like brow powder or anything because obviously I don't need it. My eyebrows just naturally are like this. But what I will do is I will set my eyebrows just so my eyebrow hair doesn't like go all over the place and, go crazy. I'll just use clear mascara to set it. This is the Maybelline Great Lash one. This is the transparent one. And what you do, you just take, this one is a lot, like, I don't know if it's smaller than their normal, I haven't used the Great Lash mascara in forever, but the wand, you just take it and you sweep it through your eyebrows so that your hair doesn't go anywhere, and it just sets it and, makes everything nice and even and set. I don't usually wear like a lot of lip products on a daily basis just because usually if I'm going out, it's going to work, and I don't want to have to worry about lipstick coming off and looking shitty while I'm at work. Um, the one that I'm wearing right now, um, oops, whoopsie. I am wearing one right now. It's hard to tell the actual color of it because my lighting is shit. But the one that I'm wearing right now is the Lorac Alter Ego lipstick. I think that's what it's called, the Alter Ego lipstick. I picked this up at Kohl's. This is the color Nymph. It's a very like light pink color. You can kind of see it there, sort of. It's very like Nick Rhodes circa 1984, and that's why I like it. um, but yeah, if you guys, that's pretty much my daily makeup routine. It's a lot. This is obviously a half an hour long, so it's a lot of product, and I know a lot of people don't like to wear like full face makeup every day, but I'm not a normal person. Personally, I like to wear a full face of makeup again because I do have a lot of acne scarring around my chin. I like to have a full face of foundation just so none of that shows through. And I like playing with eye makeup. I love playing up my eyes and, playing with eye makeup. So, if you guys try any of the products in this, leave a comment. Let me know how it worked for you. If it didn't work for you, let me know. And if you guys have any recommendations of products for me to try, send me a link, send me a comment. I will gladly try out any products that you guys want me to try and post a review of them. Thank you to Amaya Sora and 1,000 Sapphires for saying yes, you wanted to see this. They are two of my awesome Tumblr followers. I love you guys. Thank you for saying that you wanted to see this. Yeah, so just if you guys have stuff that you want me to review, if you guys have stuff you want me to talk about, just let me know and I'll do it. I appreciate you guys supporting me in this starting adventure that I'm going on. I really do appreciate the fact that you guys are so into, supporting each other and supporting me in what I do, because that's something that I'm not used to. So, yeah, thank you guys for, saying, hell yeah, you can do this. It really means a lot. So thank you guys. I will see you in my next video, whatever that might be. Yeah, if, like I said, if you have topics you want me to talk about, they don't have to be makeup. They can be anything from people, places, politics, anything. If you guys have stuff you want me to talk about, leave me a comment. If you guys want me to do a product review, leave me a comment. I will do my best to do them. Yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!